to our Rocking Horse Horse Ownership 101 video series. We hope you're enjoying the series. Today we're going to focus on lunging. Okay, so we're going to tell you a little bit about the reasons why we lunge and the tools that we use, and then go through the process of actually lunging. So we've got Fire here to help us today. I'm sure most of you will recognize Fire. So the tools that I have are a lunge line here, which is quite a nice long thin line. Okay, it doesn't weigh too much. And then Fire is ready with its bridle on. We generally always lunge with a bridle or a lunging cavesson, which just doesn't have the bit and it has rings on the nose band. Okay, you can lunge with a saddle on or a surcingle, a lunging surcingle, which is basically just a attachment that goes around the horse's body, which has rings on where you can attach things like side reins or a neck stretcher or something like that, and it has the number underneath. So the reasons why we lunge are, there's many reasons. One of them is purely for exercise. So if you need your horse to possibly lose a bit of weight or get a bit fitter, then you would lunge as an addition to riding to get your horse working a little bit more and doing a bit more exercise. Another one is for schooling, for building muscle, so using equipment such as side reins, which we're not going to use today, we're just going to keep it very basic, but you could start to do some schooling exercises with your horse on the lunge, as it's easier for them to learn things without the weight of the rider on their back. You would also use lunging in the breaking in or backing process to get the horse used to the saddle and bridle without the rider being on, and get them moving around and get them used to everything. You also might lunge your horse if they've had a bit of a break and you need to get rid of a bit of excess energy, sort of suss out where your horse is at, whether he's safe enough to get on yet or not. Other things that might cause you to lunge is if your horse had, say, a back injury and let's say it still needed to exercise but you weren't able to ride it, you would do some lunging exercises with it. Okay, so those are the reasons why we lunge. Then the equipment that we've got, so we've got our lunge line, bridles on. If you can, let's just move Fire over here. So you can see that my reins are all twisted up, okay, just like they do in the stable. That's just to keep the reins out of the way so that the horse doesn't stand on them, they don't slip down while we're lunging. And then we've got our lunge whip over here. Okay, so the whip is just to encourage them to go forwards. Alright, so I'm just going to ask Fire to back up a little bit here. Good man. Move my lunge whip there for now. So the way we organize our lunge line is quite important because it enables us to make sure that we don't have any twists and it all stays nice and neat in our hands. So I'm just going to clip it onto the fence here. It's quite useful if you are able to clip it onto something. I'm going to go all the way back. Fire's wondering what I'm up to right now. As his reins are twisted up, you can't really get into any trouble. So you see it's all quite messy right now. So I'm going to go all the way to the end here until I've got my handle. Okay, and then because I'm going to start on the left rein, I'm going to organize my rope, my lunge line, so that it's all ready for me to start on the left rein. Fire's starting to lunge himself there. He's wondering what I'm up to. So, to organize my lunge line, I'm going to slide my left hand down, then take the loop, the handle, and put it underneath the lunge line. And again, left hand down, and now my loop's going to go on top. Left hand down, loop on top, left hand down, loop on top. So the way that I do that makes it all really nice and neat and makes sure that I don't get any twists in the lunge line. Okay, and then I can unclip and we're ready to go. Our lunge line is all nice and organized. I'm going to clip it onto my horse. So we never clip it onto the bit ring closest to us, as then if the horse was to pull away or spook or something, it could pull the bit all the way through the horse's mouth. So I'm going to slide the clip. It's either going to go through the bit ring, under the chin, and then attach to the bit ring on the opposite side here. So that's one way of doing it. Okay. Another way of doing it, which can be a little bit more secure and also just adds a little bit of pull pressure when you are lunging, goes through the bit ring here, over the top of your horse's head. Okay, so following the line of the bridle behind his ears, and then clips onto the bit ring on the opposite side here. So that's how it would look, all ready to go. Okay, so we're going to start our lunging process. So I'm going to pick up my whip. For now, I'm just going to put it under my armpit because I don't need it right now. I'm going to lead Fire out to the track. where I want him to be. Make sure everything's ready. As I lead, I'm going to walk with him, and I'm slowly going to release loops from my lunge line. So I'm being quite careful not to let the lunge line touch the floor. And if it does, there is a possibility that he might stand in it and get his leg we don't want. Now that Fire's out on the track, I'm going to bring out my lunge whip. Okay? I know that Fire can be a little bit spooky about the lunge whip. I'm not letting the tail out, I'm just keeping it up here. So it's just the stick part that's sticking out towards it. Normally I would let the tail out and just follow him like that. So I've got my loops with my lunge line in my right hand, and the lunge partner's holding the lunge line close to him in my left hand. And Fire's got a little itch there. So I try and keep in line with his shoulder. So my body is in line with his shoulder. And then I make a bit of a V with my arms. So the one arm hand holding the lunge line, the other hand holding the lunge whip, going towards his hindquarters. That's just encouraging him to go forward. Okay? And I walk a small circle in the middle of the lunge ring while Fire walks a big circle. Okay, so we use a lot of voice commands while lunging. Fire's very, very good, and he almost reads my mind, which means that I didn't have to tell him what to do. But a lot of horses, you would be telling them walk on, or as they go along, just to remind them that that's what they need to keep doing. So the voice commands to walk on, or you walk on. And if you have a horse that's quite forward going and wanting to do more than you want, you would use a low, sort of slow, calming voice, like steady boy, and that sort of thing. And then if you have a horse that you need to encourage to go more forward, you would use more of a short, enthusiastic voice. So walk on, or trot on, or whatever it is you want him to do. Okay, so he's seeming okay actually with this line of the lunge whip going out there, so I'm going to leave it out for now and see what we get. And I'm going to ask him to go forwards to trot. Okay, trot on. Trot on, Fire. So you can see there I use my voice, and I also use a little bit of a throw of the lunge whip towards his hindquarters to encourage him to go forwards. Now that he's trotting, I don't keep asking him to go. I just let him keep going, walk with him. So you can see my lunge line is nice and neat. It's not dragging on the ground, but it's not pulling on him either. That's done. Okay. And good boy, Fire. Okay. So I'm going to ask him to walk in a minute. Before I do that, keep trotting, boy. I'm going to start to gather up my lunge line, and I'm going to prepare it for changing rein. Okay, so the way I'm going to do that, my first loop, which has the handle, I'm going to pass it to my left hand here. Okay, my whip's going to go under my arm again, and then as I gather up, you remember last time we used the left hand and then put it on top. This time, I'm going to use my right hand as I gather up the lunge line, and that will prepare it for when we are on the right rein. That's done. Good boy. So there's my right hand gathering up the loop, and as I say, Fire is a mind reader. He's already started walking. Walk on, boy. Good boy. If he wasn't ready to walk, and I was asking him to walk, and he wasn't quite doing it, I would then put on a little bit of pressure on the lunge line and pull back a little bit. So I'm just going to ask him to keep walking here. Good. to go onto the right rein. As I said, I've gathered this up, so it's already on the right rein. So I need to just change my lunge line over so it clips onto the opposite side as we are changing rein. So I'm going to go through the right bit ring, which will be the inside bit ring, over the top of his head, and clip onto the left bit ring now. Make sure there's no twists in it. And that's all ready to go. Okay, I lunge up under my arm again. We're going to lead him out to the track and walk on. Walk on. And then slowly start letting out my loops. Walk with him and ease my way back to the center of the ring. So I always want him to be on the outside, doing a big circle, and me on the inside, doing a small circle. Fire is quite eager to get trotting there, so I'm just going to ask him to come back to walk. And walk. Good boy. Good boy. So I praise him every time he's doing the right thing. We use a lot of voice commands while lunging. And if you use the voice commands consistently, they learn them really well. And they learn exactly what each word means. So I would always do maybe about 5 or 10 minutes of walking before I even started trotting or cantering. That's just to warm him up. I've just sped up the process a little bit today for you. And you always have to do the same amount of work on one side as on the other. So make sure you change rein quite often. So I'm going to ask him to trot now. Trot on. Trot on, my good boy. Trot on. Good. Most of our work in lunging will be done in walk and trot. Today I'll show you a little bit of canter just so you can see what that looks like. So we'll do a little bit of canter, which is something you might use for fitting and building muscles. Canter. Canter. Boy. Come on, canter. 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 Boy, fire. You can see how responsive fire is to those voice commands. Good boy. Good boy. We've done quite a lot of lunging with him. He knows what every word means. So as soon as I ask him to stop, I make sure I gather up that lunge line quite quickly so that none of it touches the floor at any time. Okay, so another thing you want to remember, which I forgot to show you in the beginning, is just to tie up your stirrups so that they don't flap around. So these ones stayed up quite nicely, but just to make sure that they do stay up and they don't flap around, you would do them up normally, then take the loop over here of your stirrup leather, loop it back through the stirrup iron, take the extra bit of leather over here and loop it through there and then through the keeper, and that keeps the stirrup all up and nice and neat. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you found that interesting, and we'll see you on the next video, which is going to be on bandaging.